Hi, everyone. Welcome to Spill the Tea Radio, where we interview awesome singer-songwriters and those who influence their lives. Spill the Tea Radio explores the journey, creativity, and inspiration behind the songs. My next guest has always been a singer-storyteller going all the way back to elementary school. She received a vocal scholarship from the University of Miami in the late 70s and was often found performing with her guitar in local restaurants and pubs. She was also a regular performer at Vizcaya Museum and Gardens, performing both Renaissance and folk music. Upon moving to Canada, she continued performing as a solo artist in addition to her quartet, the Dickens Carolers, her jazz quartet, and even on the NAC stage with the Opera Lyra chorus. A classically trained vocalist, her sound is rich with heartfelt emotions, and her original songs all tell stories of hope and inspiration. So, let's spill the tea with Kay Francis. Welcome, Kay.
Howdy.
Good to have you with us. Kay, you had a scholarship at the University of Miami. So people are going to wonder, are you an American that became a Canadian? Are you a Canadian that went to school in Miami and came back home? What's the background story there?
So I am an American. I am from the South, and I married a French Canadian, moved to Canada. The marriage didn't work out, but we had 2 kids, so I stayed in Canada, and good thing I did, because I met husband 2.0, my upgrade, and just been having an amazing life ever since, and I can't think of a better place to live than where we are right here in Canada.
Well, Miami in Florida is certainly a wonderful spot as well, because many snowbirds travel down to that state to avoid the nasty Canadian winters here. But
I don't love the cold.
we we are glad to have you here. Kay, you have been writing music for quite some time. You have found employment in other areas.
Yes.
And now you're coming back into the fold and releasing music and performing now. Why the big gap? Why are we just seeing you now? Because when people hear the recording that we're going to play today, they're going to wonder the same thing. Like, oh my God, this artist has such an amazing, soothing voice, and the story behind this song coming up is also one of a tale that we will learn about. So why the big gap? Why didn't you continue with that career?
Well, here's the thing. When I got the vocal scholarship, my dad said, there's thousands of people waiting on tables who are better than you. You need to choose a different career path. And he pushed me into marketing. So being the diligent child, I wanted to make my parents happy. So I pursued a career in commercial advertising and switched to digital marketing in 1990, back when AOL was king. So I couldn't give up my music. It's my soul. So the music just went with me, but I could only do it part-time. I helped my husband 2.0 build his business up so that we were able to sell it in 2022, and we both got to retire. And now I'm working full-time on my music, and he has become a sound engineer and my roadie and my groupie. And all the years
and your number one fan and your biggest fan.
Yeah. So all the years I invested in him, he's now investing it in me. And I just feel truly honored and blessed that I'm getting to do what I love.
Let's talk about the inspiration for your songs and where it comes from. Certainly, yes, when I've talked to artists that have been in the business for a while, they say the same things. When I was in my 20s, I had breakups and I had new romances, and there was all kinds of things to write about in that era of my life. When I hit my 30s and 40s, I had kids. I was a little bit more settled. Things changed. So some people write about their children and about the children growing up and the experience of having children, which one artist I interviewed dedicated an entire album to songs that she had written about that experience. The song we're going to hear is inspired by, and I'm not going to give it away because you're going to talk about it, but it's inspired by real life events and it's a tragic event that inspired this song. But let's set that one aside. What are the other things that inspire you when you wake up in the morning, you open your eyes? Okay, I've got inspiration. I'm on the right side of the grass. I'm here to, to give back to humanity. Uh, what happens? Do you sit out with your coffee or tea in the morning and look out over the backyard and you see something and that gives you inspiration? Where does it come from today?
Comes from everywhere. It comes to something I smell that triggers a memory. It comes from a sight. It comes from being at one with nature, and all of a sudden you just feel energized. And most of the time it comes from seeing things that I find disturbing, that I think needs to be brought to the spotlight. Another one of the songs that's going to be on my upcoming album, it's called Unstable State. And it is about the political nightmare happening in the US with all the fake news and the riots and everything that's happening as a result of all this false propaganda. And how in the heck can you know what's real and what's not? They do such a good job with that stuff. So yeah, I find inspiration everywhere. Sometimes I get angry and I will just write a song because I'm angry. And other times I'll write a song just because one of my songs that I get most requests is a song called My Apologies. And it's about trying to meet other people's expectations, and this square peg never fit in the round hole. So I didn't fit. I tried, but I couldn't be somebody I wasn't, which is how I ended up meeting Husband 2.0, The Upgrade.
Let's get into one of the songs that Kay wrote. This song was released in August of 2024 as a single prelude to the album of the same name, Burning Clouds, and it's to be released later this year. So let's get into one of the songs by singer-songwriter Kay Francis and her song, Burning Clouds.
The sun failed to rise today. Morning gold was burned away. Everything I thought I knew faded into colorless hue. Burning clouds fill the sky. Fires consume as more life dies. My paradise forever changed. Just toxic winds of ash remain. The planet moans as fires roar. Ash falls like snow on blackened shores. So much destroyed in the blink of an eye. Loss of life as nature cries. Burning clouds fill the sky. Fires consume as more life dies. My paradise forever changed. Just toxic winds of ash remain. Tears of rain fall from the sky. is forever changed, just toxic wind of ash remains. Ash remains. Ash remains.
That was Burning Clouds by Kay Francis. Kay, the song has, it's a very folky feel to it, a little bit haunting, and there's a tremendous story behind this song. So over to you. Take it away. Tell us about the song, the inspiration, and something that you're doing, which is absolutely spectacular with this song.
So when I saw the fires in Lanai, because I had my honeymoon in Lanai. And when I saw the fires there and the devastation, I cried, because these people are so at one with nature, and they have such strong beliefs that tie them to the planet. They're stewards of the planet. And that haunted me for quite a while. And then I saw these forest fires coming up everywhere in Canada. It's like, oh my God. And then just what recently happened in Jasper was devastating. So I just wanted to be able to give back, and this haunting melody wouldn't leave me alone until the song got written. So I wrote the song Burning Clouds as a tribute to the loss that people endure who have gone through a forest fire. They've lost their homes, they've lost their cars, they've lost every memento they've ever had if they didn't get out soon enough. And many of them have lost their lives, and you can't replace human life. And it was just devastating. But then I saw a picture where there was some new plants growing up through the ashes of previous forest fires. And it just reminded me that there's still hope. The rain will fall and the land will come back, and you can rebuild, but it's still a haunting experience that unfortunately scars people for life.
Right.
You learn to live with it, but I don't think you ever really get over it.
And you were doing something with the proceeds from this song that
Yes.
is designed to help people that have experienced one of these disasters.
Yeah, so I partnered with the Canadian Red Cross. We're supporting the Canadian Wildfire Fund, so that this song, all the royalties from the streaming, all the purchases of this song, and even I'm doing a series of fundraising concerts across Canada where I'll be performing songs from this album, and the profits from those concerts is also going to be donated to the Canadian Wildfire Fund. And the royalties will go on years and years, long after I'm gone. I'm hoping that the song will still, resonate with people, and every time they stream it, those royalty pennies are going to end up continuing to support the Canadian Wildfire Fund. So all families in Canada that are affected by these wildfires will continue to receive benefits from this.
Well, the world is a better place because you're in it, and you're doing such a wonderful work for people that are suffering through terrible disasters that we're so far removed from it, we can't even imagine what they're going through. So let's tell people how they can get in touch with you. What's the website? What are the socials? Where can they find out more about you, your music, and how to find this piece of music where they can help people that are in these disaster zones?
Well, my website is www.kayfrancis.ca. Canadian, yay! And if you go on there, you'll find all the links to all my social media sites. You'll find links to the song itself. There's the streaming platforms are going to be linked in there soon. And then my concerts will all be listed in there. So if I'm doing a fundraising concert in your town, that's where you're going to find all the information.
We've been in conversation with Kay Francis. Kay, thanks so much for being with us.
Thanks, Dave. It's been fun.